Today, I'm showing you my exact Google Sheets automation tool that syncs everything in one click.
3 major steps. First, we configure the Canva API credentials. Second, we authorize the toolkit to communicate with your Canva account. And third, we run the Etsy-to-Canva synchronization process. The important thing to understand is that you only need to complete the API configuration and Canva authorization during the initial setup. To make this work securely, you are going to use your own private Canva developer keys. Don't worry, you don't need to know how to code. You just need to know how to copy and paste. Log into your Canva developer account where you created an integration. Click the integration name. Copy the client ID and client secret in your secure notepad. The client secret is private. Next, you will need Canva folder ID. Create a specific folder where you want to copy your Etsy assets. This is important because the goal isn't simply to upload images into Canva. We want the toolkit to organize the uploaded assets inside a specific Canva folder. In Canva web application, open that folder. Copy last text from the address bar. Open API Setup tab. Let's start with step 1, Canva API configuration. On the API Setup tab, you'll enter the credentials associated with your Canva developer application that you copied earlier. First, paste the Canva client ID. Second, paste the Canva client secret. Third field is for the Canva folder ID. Copy the folder's ID into this field. Click Save Canva Credentials. When you interact with the app script Google Sheet for the first time, it will ask for the authorization. Click OK. Go ahead and click Advanced. Accept Google's authorization permissions. This is safe because it completely lives within your Google account. At this point, the API credentials have been entered and saved. You will see a success message pop up. The next step is to establish the actual authorization connection between this spreadsheet automation and Canva. This is a 2-part process. First, we obtain the correct redirect URI from the toolkit, and then we add that URI to the Canva application configuration. From the Custom Canva Sync Toolkit menu, select Show Redirect URI. The toolkit generates the redirect URL that Canva will use after authentication. Copy this value. It's important to copy the complete URI exactly as provided because even a small difference can cause the OAuth process to fail. We now take this value back to the Canva developer portal. Inside the Canva application, open the authentication settings and locate the section for authorized redirect URLs. Paste the redirect URI we just copied from the spreadsheet. This tells Canva where it is allowed to send the user after successful authorization. In other words, Canva authenticates the account first, and then redirects the authorization response back to this Google Sheets-based application. Save the authentication configuration in Canva Developer before continuing. Now, return to Google Sheets and open the Canva Sync Toolkit menu again. This time, choose Connect to Canva. The toolkit will start the OAuth authorization process. You will see a pop-up window, Connect Canva. Click Authorize Canva. If your Canva app integration were successfully integrated, then you will see a pop-up from Canva that your Canva integration app would like to access your Canva account. Read Allowed Access. Please click Allow. You will see the success message. The Canva connection has been established, so the authentication portion of the setup is complete. This is an important milestone because everything we do next depends on this API connection. The toolkit can now take information from the spreadsheet, send the required image data to Canva, receive Canva's response, and write the resulting information back into Google Sheets. We're now back inside the spreadsheet. Now, let's move to the actual asset workflow. The Etsy CSV drop zone is designed to receive the data exported from Etsy. To bring the data into the sheet, use the Google Sheets import function and select the Etsy CSV file. File, Import, File, Browse. Select Etsy CSV file from your Etsy account. Then, select Replace Current Sheet option. Click Import Data. Instead of manually downloading every product image, we're using the image URLs contained in the Etsy data. This is what makes the workflow scalable. The spreadsheet can work with a large list of image URLs and process those images programmatically. Now the Etsy data is available in the spreadsheet: description, price, image 1, image 2, and so on. This is where the automation starts turning raw Etsy information into a structured Canva upload queue. The important concept here is that the spreadsheet becomes the control center. Instead of having hundreds of files sitting in a downloads folder, we have a structured list containing the source image URL, the desired asset name, and eventually the Canva identifiers and upload status. This makes the entire process trackable. Let's move to the Asset Sync tab. This is the operational dashboard for the synchronization process. Now we can start the synchronization. Open the Canva Sync Toolkit menu and select Run Sync Process. The first operation is Step 1, Load Etsy Data. This step reads the Etsy information from the spreadsheet and prepares the records for processing. The automation uses the image URL and desired asset name from each row to create the upload jobs. There are 5 important columns here. Etsy image URL contains the original source image. Desired asset name contains the name we want to use inside Canva. Canva job ID records the upload job created by Canva. Canva asset ID identifies the resulting Canva asset. And finally, move status tells us what happened to that asset. Once the Etsy data is loaded, we move to Step 2, Upload to Canva. First, let's take a quick look at Canva folder. This is the Canva interface. Folder ID that we copied does not have any images. It's completely empty. Move to Step 2, Upload to Canva. From Toolbar menu, Canva Sync Toolkit, Run Sync Process. The script starts working in background. This is the part that would normally require the most manual work. The automation takes each Etsy image URL, sends the image to Canva through the API, and waits for Canva to create the asset. Once Canva processes the upload, the API returns information about that asset. The toolkit then writes that information back into the corresponding spreadsheet row. The final status column is especially useful. Initially, the records show pending. Check it as pending right now. Once the upload and folder organization are completed, the status changes to uploaded and moved. This gives you an immediate visual indication of which assets have successfully completed the workflow. It also makes the sheet useful as an audit trail for large batches. The script is running in background. It's taking time. Here at the top, you can see the message, Script Running. It takes time because there are hundreds of Etsy images to move. Let the script run. It may take several minutes to finish the script if you have a large number of listings. While script is still running, let's check Canva interface. This is the Canva folder. Refresh! Oh yes! See these Zaver Bazaar Etsy shop images started to load right here in Canva, directly from Etsy. Since our script has run for a couple of minutes already, we can see the images started to move here in Canva. Okay, switch back to Etsy-to-Canva Asset Sync Toolkit Google Sheet. Script finished working. Upload completed pop-up message shows successfully synced 106 assets. Yeah, click OK. Look, the column Move Status has been updated to Uploaded and Moved. Canva Asset ID is also filled with data for each of the raw. This spreadsheet now becomes your control center. What normally takes hours of repetitive downloading, renaming, uploading, and organizing can now be handled through a structured automation workflow. The real power here isn't just uploading images to Canva. It's creating a repeatable system where Etsy data becomes structured input, Google Sheets tracks every asset, AppScript manages the workflow, and Canva becomes the final asset library. And because every asset has a source URL, desired name, Canva job ID, Canva asset ID, and processing status, you also have a clear record of what happened to every file. For larger stores, the next improvement is batch processing with automatic resume functionality, so the workflow can continue safely even when the AppScript execution limit is reached.